Go ahead, I'm here. Please speak up while you have the chance or forever hold your peace. Tell me what beats a fresh bagel in the morning. Yeah, that's what I thought. Absolutely nothing. These are gonna have a warm, soft, supple inside crumb with a beautiful outside crust that's slightly chewy. Oh, I cannot wait to have these. Now I know the best bagels are made right here in New York, but please get that out of here. You can make bagels just as good. Let me show you what you can whip up just inside your home kitchen. Let's turn up the heat. First off, to get these bad boys started, we're going in with 4.5 cups of bread flour. Now bagels could certainly be made with all-purpose flour. That bread flour has a higher protein content. It's going to lead to a nice textured bagel and 2 teaspoons of salt. Just give it a quick toss and disperse that salt into that flour so it's not just all in one big clump. We're throwing in 1.5 cups of warm water, right around 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're using Celsius, do the math yourself. Sorry, not sorry. Next, we're going to be throwing in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Now, a typical bagel from New York is going to have barley malt syrup. It's super hard to find. I'm going to use brown sugar. It's a fine substitute. And the next ingredient going in is 2.25 teaspoons of active dry yeast. If you've got packets, well then you know, use 1 packet. Now all you're going to do is let that yeast soak up some of that sugar, begin to feed, open up, get all loosey-goosey, and once that yeast head forms on top of that water, I'll show you what that looks like. And if you look closely, you can see that this head is starting to form on the surface of this water. Dump all those yeasty boys directly into your flour salt mixture and begin to mix. Once this starts to form into a dough, and you can't really mix it too well, get rid of the spoon and get right in there with your hands. Once that dough has formed into a ball and your bowl is pretty much clean, just like this, bring it to where you're you're really gonna wanna work this dough for about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Bring that bowl back in, add just a touch of oil, add your dough, and cover it with a cloth. And now you're just gonna keep this dough somewhere warm for about an hour, hour and a half. What I like to do is turn my oven on. It goes up about 5 degrees, I turn it off, open the door, slide it in, keep it in there for about an hour or until doubled in size. And after about an hour, your dough should be amazing. Just degas, bring this out, and now all we're gonna do is break this dough down into 8 equal pieces. I know this doesn't look like a bagel, so first we need to shape it. Oh, FYI, this knife is super dull, so I'm not just cutting on granite. It's basically like a bench scraper, like it's not gonna cut me. Take your triangle, bring the corners in to make a nice little ball, pat it down, flip it back over, and now tuck, 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 and tuck, and now roll. You want to taper off the ends so it goes from a nice log to points. Once you get those points, wrap it around, connect the points, and roll. And your bagel should be locked. Just like that, once all your bagels are locked, you're going to want to get a baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper, and then you're just going to wax it with butter. You want to make sure nothing's going to stick to this, and butter will add that thin layer that'll prevent anything from sticking. Now we're going to boil them. In this steaming water, go ahead and add in 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And again, just like the dough, that brown sugar technically is supposed to be barley malt syrup. Don't have it, too hard to find. You probably also won't be able to find it, so brown sugar will work. And after that, we need to make this alkaline water just like if we were making pretzels. So we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Woo! Now go ahead, toss in your bagels. Boil those bagels for 30 seconds on each side. Out of that water they come. Transfer these bad boys to an empty baking sheet. For these 4, I'm going with everything. Transfer those directly to your buttered baking sheet. Repeat with the other 4. For these 2, I'm gonna go sesame, and the other 2, I'm gonna go plain. And now we're baking these at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, take these bad boys out, give them a flip, and then toss them back into the oven for 5 to 10 minutes. Ooh, man, look at these bad boys. You've got the plain, the sesame, the everything. Beautiful. There's no better time to break into one of these plain bagels than right out of the oven. Ooh. Now a bagel right out of the sleeve has absolutely nothing on this bad boy. Go give it a try. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. And until next time, peace.